Appreciate it. How's the popcorn, Scott? All right, Kent. Just so proud of our players. Obviously, the game wasn't a thing of beauty. But at the end of the day, the goal is to win by any means necessary. First half, I loved our offensive execution, sharing of the basketball, elite shooting, minus the turnovers. And the turnovers really prevented us from building a larger lead there in the first half. Credit to Georgia, really nice play there at the buzzer to generate a little momentum on the tip in. And then came out, and I thought really were the aggressor in the second half. But with all that said, we were not very good offensively in the second half. But when they took the lead, they clearly had all the momentum. And I think it says a lot about our players, the toughness, the grit, to find a way to make enough plays there in the last minute to get the win.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned it there right at the end, but for a lot of this year, you guys just haven't been able to make those plays down the stretch and to pull out, those kinds of wins. Just, I guess, talk about the improvement you've seen in late game play and your team being able to finish it off like that.
It has zero to do with coaching. It's all about the players, their buy-in, how they've worked in practice, even after some of those tough losses at the buzzer at Georgia, at the buzzer at Florida. Have never wavered, have come back to practice to learn and get better, have stuck together as a group as guys have fallen off for whatever reasons, injuries, illness. And just big believer if you continue to put in the work, if you're about the right things, you'll make those improvements necessary. And then ultimately, Glenn, you got to win one of them. And then it starts to create some belief. And I'm looking forward to watching the last possession because I know our guys were exhausted. We were gassed, but I thought we were flying around and had some great contests at the rim, deflected the passes, broke up the rhythm, and then Jalen Reed, with a phenomenal contest to win it. So it's something for us to continue to build on. But I just think it speaks to the character and toughness of our players, their resiliency to stay the course and find ways to win.
Defensively, y'all held Georgia to 37% from the field and 26% from three. Just what do you think was working for y'all on defense today?
I think just the effort. I thought the guys were really locked in, especially in the first half. I think at one point they were 6 of 24 from the floor to start the game. Thought we were really flying around. Played good team defense. Really it was just those turnovers really just killed us there in that stretch in the first half that prevented us from extending the lead. And then in the second half, I think we just had some fatigue turnovers. But these players, they're giving us everything they got, man. So I'm just proud of them finding a way to win.
Yeah, Jordan came into the game one of the highest free throw attempt rates in the SEC. How valuable was he down the stretch, getting to the line and just settling this team down?
Well, it was huge. I thought Georgia, it was interesting, they obviously bothered us with the 1-3-1 in the second half. In the first half, they bothered us the 1-3-1, but the second half, I thought they came out and played really, really good half-court man defense. And it was very disruptive. We never got into a rhythm. We had some over-dribble turnovers, and they take the lead there, I believe, by 3. And Jordan just did a great job of putting pressure on the rim, drawing fouls, and then you still got to go there and make those pressure free throws. He goes 10 of 11 tonight. I thought he did a great job not settling there when we were struggling to score late, and did a nice job to get to the line and convert.
Coach, you guys have made a lot of comebacks this season, but is it fair to say that the team has a lot to learn about how to be a front runner? Because that's a very different mindset.
Yeah, I really don't get caught up in all that. I think, games are 40 minutes long. It's going to be on average somewhere around 70 possessions offensively, defensively. There'll be ebbs and flows through the game. Just got to do a better job taking care of the ball And then defensively, got to get more stops. They hit some big shots too there in the second half. They got really good players too. So, the 10 steals they had clearly disrupted us. We got to do a better job of execution. But, man, I'll have to go back and watch it. I don't even know. I'm just thankful we won.
So, Coach, there were a couple calls down the stretch that the crowd didn't exactly agree with, but that kind of brought them to life. So what can you speak to as to their influence and their impact on the game? Yeah,
I certainly heard the crowd there. I thought the energy, especially that last minute, was terrific. I think our players have earned it, and these guys have worked extremely hard. There have been days we've got 7 or 8 guys at practice dressed and ready to go, and they just keep on fighting and getting better. And so we appreciate all the support. I think it certainly helped will us to victory there on that last possession.
Coach, last time you played Georgia, your bigs were almost non-existent. Tonight, Will Baker, a huge night. I saw you walking off the court arm in arm with him, especially after those made foul shots and the rebounding down the stretch. What was kind of your message to him tonight that made him able to do this?
Well, Will's terrific. He got off to a great start. They adjusted, started swarming him with the dribble, and when he had the dribble, and it led to some turnovers. He got frustrated. But I was just explaining to him, I think that's what mental toughness is all about. The second half didn't necessarily go the way he wanted it to go. And, instead of feeling sorry for himself, kept playing, gets fouled there late, and you're down 1, you got to make them. And, he stepped up and knocked down 2 huge free throws. So, that was a big moment for him, really proud of him and happy he was able to convert.
I mean, the turnovers there. I know you talked yesterday about just the fact that a lot of the ones from the Mississippi State game were double teams, triple teams, and just guys not being able to make that outlet pass. Just did you see that as kind of a common theme tonight, or what?
First half turnovers are on me. It's on me. I thought Georgia was even more aggressive in their 1-3-1 than they have been in recent games, and we didn't do a good job. No, I'm not talking about our players. I didn't do a good job of adjusting to it. So, second half, we only had 5 turnovers. Some of those came from similar to the one Saturday night, a little bit over dribbling. But first half, we got to do a better job having us prepared there.
Coach, you guys shot 50% from the three-point line compared to Saturday's 17%. What was working well for you guys tonight compared to Saturday?
I thought in the first half the ball movement was outstanding. Derek Fountain had a couple extra passes that led to open threes. You look at Trey Hannibal with 8 assists, only 2 turnovers. I think that was a big part of it. But the ball movement much better. So the quality of shot was there, and guys still got to step up and knock them down, and they did. But I thought we're asking Trey and Jordan to play a ton of minutes, and they battled through and did enough to win. I'm just really big on how do you respond. So Trey came into Saturday's game. He was 41-15 assist to turnover, one of the best ratios in the league. He goes 2 assists, 7 turnovers Saturday night. And how does he respond? He comes back 8 assists, only 2 turnovers tonight. So great credit to him. Ability to get the ball where it needed to go led to some higher quality shots for us tonight.
Yeah, just about Trey, just kind of, did you see him in the week approaching this game, just kind of that mindset of he wanted to make that performance right, how he played against Mississippi State?
Yeah, I think so. I think he came in Sunday. We didn't do a whole lot. We just started our scouting for Georgia. I thought he was very engaged. I thought his communication was on the money. Good leadership there. Then he set the tone at practice yesterday with his effort and his energy. Same today at shoot around. Maybe I'm old school. I just think all that stuff matters. How you prepare, how you communicate with your teammates, how you work. I think it gets paid off when you get to the games. And I thought his preparation for tonight's game was outstanding.
All right, I need to get him to go play.
All right.
Be in here in just a moment.
Thanks so much.
Thank you, Coach. Congratulations.
Hey, thank you. I'm tired, Kent.
I know.